My name is Tege Trevor Mark from Uganda. I am the Law Society President of Uganda Christian University. I am in my third year in law school. Today I'm going to be talking about the different courts in Uganda, the court hierarchy, and the different jurisdiction. To jump to the point, the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, which was established in 1995 under Article 129, provides for the jurisdiction of courts, their hierarchy, and the judiciary. To be more specific, Article 130 provides for the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court is the highest court in Uganda. It is headed by the Chief Justice and also not less than 6 justices. Important to note is that the Supreme Court is the highest court in Uganda. It is the final court of appeal, which means that when you appeal from all the different lower courts, it is the last resort you have when you are appealing, when it comes to any case. Then it also decides on appeals that come from lower courts, except, and please note, except when it comes to presidential petitions, presidential election petitions. This means that when we carry out elections in Uganda, for instance, the upcoming elections which are coming in 2021, when you carry out such elections and you're dissatisfied by probably the results, by the voting manner that was carried out, you can appeal to you can go to the Court of Appeal, and it is the only court that has jurisdiction to try presidential elections. Second in position is the Court of Appeal. Now, the Court of Appeal in Uganda doubles as the constitutional court. It is more or less the same rank and the same rating when it comes to the hierarchy of courts. It is the intermediary court between the High Court and the Supreme Court, which means it is in the middle between the Supreme Court and the High Court. Now, it has appellate jurisdiction over the High Court and any other subordinate courts, which means that when you're dissatisfied by the decision made by the High Court, you're free to appeal to the Court of Appeal. However, the Court of Appeal has no first instance. It is not a court of first instance and has no original jurisdiction, except when it sits as a constitutional court. That's why it's called a Court of Appeal. It means that its decisions are as a result of appeals made by persons. But then, when it sits as a constitutional court, then it has original jurisdiction to interpret anything related to the Constitution or any matters that are constitutional. Third in place is the High Court, which is provided for under Article 138 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, which was established in 1995. Now, the High Court has 5 decisions, which is the civil division, the commercial division, the family division, the land division, and then the criminal division, which means it can try civil matters, it can try family matters, it can try land matters, and it can also try criminal matters. It is the third court of record that I have already noted in hierarchy. It has unlimited original jurisdiction, which means it can try cases of any value or sum of money, and also it can try cases of any criminal nature. Whatsoever the crime, the High Court has jurisdiction to try such crimes. And then also it deals with appeals from the magistrates' courts. The magistrates' courts are more or less the lowest courts in the hierarchy of courts. We're going to look at them as in our next position, which is the 14th position. And also it has supervisionary roles over the magistrate courts. Now, which means that the High Court can supervise the activities of the magistrates' courts, the decisions of the magistrate courts. It can review whatever decision that the magistrates courts have made, because it has that jurisdiction. Now, fourth in position is the magistrates courts. Most people prefer to call these as the lowest in rank, but I believe they are not the lowest in rank, because we will see other nature and other types of courts that are below the magistrates courts. Now, the magistrate courts is into 3 levels. We have the chief magistrate, we have the grade 1, and then we have the grade 2. The chief magistrate is the highest in position when it comes to magistrate courts, then grade 2, and then grade 1 is the final one. Its decisions are subject to review by the High Court that we have already noted, and then presently Uganda could have about 27 chief magisterial areas. Now, these magisterial areas are under the supervision of the chief magistrates. The chief magistrates, we've already noted that they are the highest in rank, then the lower courts follow. Then we also have other types of courts which are called the tribunals. Now, the tribunals are not specifically, or to be exact, they are not in court set. Okay, they're not courts, but they are in court setting and they're in court structure. Now we have, for instance, we have the industrial court, we have the tax appeals, we have the human rights tribunals, we have the land tribunal, which is now very, very known, very famous in Uganda, because we've had so many land matters, we've had so many land cases, and so the president came out, appointed a justice who's known as Lady Justice Catherine Bamdomerere. She was heading this land tribunal, and these look into certain matters, certain decisions, certain conflicts that are ongoing, and then they have a certain sort of court setting. They have a judge, they carry out investigations, they have a special type of police, that carries out investigations and all that. And also, I would want us to note that in Uganda, the military also has a sort of similar setting that is like more or less the judiciary. But however, the military has the court-martial appeal court, which is the highest court in the military, and then it also has something called the High Court, if I'm not mistaken. The High Court, which tries other decisions within the military. I would love to conclude my discussion by saying that, in my opinion, I believe Uganda's court structure is not that much different from other courts or other judicial kinds of settings of other countries, because I believe courts are in structures, courts are in hierarchy, and we have the topmost, we have the one that comes second, third, and all that. Thank you for listening to me. I would love to thank the Law Basket for giving me this opportunity to discuss with you, share out the views, and I would love to hear more from all other African countries, all other law students, discussing for us what is taking place in the other countries, sharing topics, and also taking the opportunity to invite other Ugandan students to come to the platform and also discuss with you. Thank you very much.